Hi. The first category of basics that I want to break down on a step-by-step movement are your blocks. And I will do this in a square horse posture or position, or also called a kibadachi. And this will be done from a set position. And the first block I want to go over is called an inward block. And I will break it down to three basic movements. 1, bring it up. 2, sweep your arm across. 3, bring it back into a set position. Left arm is up, cross, back into a set position. That's your inward block, also called in Japanese chudan uke. The outward block starts across. 1, 2, sweeps across the face, and then 3, back into a set position. 1, 2, and 3. And he goes to the outside. It's called an outward block, ura chudan uke. The next block is an upper block. It comes across, goes up, 2, and then 3 back. Across, up, 2, and 3. So that these 3 blocks will protect the upper half of the body. Up, across, on both sides, and so on. The next block is called a downward block, or gerambarai. From here, bring your opposite arm to your opposite shoulder from here, sweep across from hip to hip, and then back into a set position. So you go 1, and then 2, and then 3. The next block is called a reverse hand block. It starts off like you're going to do an inward block, and then you sweep downward and across, 2, and 3. So then you come in, 1, 2, and 3. These are the 5 basic blocks that you would learn in white and yellow. And you would then put these blocks into different combinations in your practice. From here, we'll go into another category of basics, your kicks. The next series of basics we're going to do here is kicks. In Japanese, it's called, or referred to as giri. The first kick we're going to do is called a forward snap kick. I'm going to do this from a side horse or hangutsudachi posture from here. I'm going to break each one of the kicks down into 4 basic movements. So let's go through this from here, from your fighting stance or side horse or hangutsudachi posture from here. On 1, you will bring your power leg knee up. When the knee comes up, you are in what we call a crane posture or ippandachi. From that position from here, then you extend the ball of the foot. 2, 3, bring it back, and then 4, you're back into your fighting posture or stance. So again, the movements are 1, 2, 3, and then you're back down. That's called your forward snap kick. This can be done from your side horse and can also be done off your front leg off a cat stance, mikoashidachi. From here, on a cat stance posture position, you come in from here, 1, 2, 3, and back down again on 4. Now, from here, in your side horse, you could use that forward snap kick off your front or power leg. All right, so from your side horse, you can also come up like so or like so. From here, the next kick we're going to do is called a side kick. And the side kick, also called yokogiri. From your cat stance posture from here, I'll use the front leg. 1, you're going to bring your leg up into your crane or ippandachi. You flex your ankle, so you're preparing your ankle to strike with the side of the heel. From here, as you extend your leg out on 2, your hip will rotate outward. Bring it back and then bring it down. So the movement is 1, 2, 3, and 4. This can be done again from a cat stance or a side horse, from a front leg or your power leg. Front leg and power leg. The next kick is called a roundhouse. A roundhouse kick is like a forward snap kick where you aim your crane position with the knee, but your crane is coming around from the side. So from here to rotate and get that power leg coming from the outside, you always have to make sure your front leg turns and pivot. And what this will do is it, 1, prevents you from injuring your front leg, and 2, it gets your body rotating with the hip to get you more extension and power. The movement will look like this from here. 1, the knee comes up, 2, 3, and then you're back down. If you use it from the front leg, you shift your weight to the back leg, the heel comes up, and you'll snap the kick across. 1, 2, 3, and then back down. All right, so that's your roundhouse kick. Rear kick. Your rear kick, 4-count movement on that, you'll be striking with the heel. If your attack is coming in from the side or from the rear, you bring your crane up in position. When you do this, to help keep your balance, keep your elbow back towards your hip and look over your shoulder. 2, 3, and then bring it back down. So it's 1, 2, 3, and down. Now this rear kick can be used off your front leg from a side horse, but you would have to turn and pivot. It can also be used from a cat stance, and again, you have to turn and pivot your hips to rotate towards the front. So you come in, or from a side horse, bringing your crank out this way as you come through. The rear kick at a more advanced level will go into a spin, but for your white yellow belts, you don't need to do that right now. Let's see. We did a forward snap kick, a side kick, a roundhouse, and a rear kick. And these are the required kicks for the white and yellow belts. The next group of basics we're going to work on is called ground defense. And in white yellow, the required ground defense is a very basic forward roll, backward roll. And this can be very useful if you trip and fall or if someone throws you down. Sensei? So, from here, if someone is coming from behind and he's shoving you down, you want to be able to roll with the movement, prevent yourself from getting hurt, get back up, get out of there, or turn around and defend yourself. Thank you, Sensei. Now, to work on this, I'd like to break it down so it'll be a lot easier for you to go through the movement step by step. Now, from here, if you fall forward, you wouldn't just fall in your face. You would want to attempt to try and keep your balance. So as you step forward, in this case, I will use my left leg. From here, this is the first position of losing your balance. Now, we can get to that posture from down here in kneeling position. From here, your left arm or your opposite arm, your right arm will be coming down. You now form a triangle right here. This will keep you stable. Your opposite arm left will start to roll your shoulder over, and you stop into this position. Now, I call this a figure 4 posture here because my legs are folded into a number 4 position. From here, the momentum of coming down like this will bring my body over where I'm now on my legs. I get on the ball of the foot of my back leg, and I get up. I'm in my fighting posture. Let me go through that one more time. I'm falling forward off balance. I want to keep my balance so I don't fall on my face. So as I step forward, my legs start to bend, my triangle starts to develop. I come down, I complete my triangle, roll on my shoulder, get on my figure 4, and up to do whatever it is I need to do. That is your forward roll. You want to work this on both sides so that you get comfortable to fall in any direction from the forward position. The next ground defense is a backward roll, Sensei. So, if you're being pushed and you lose your balance, you again want to get into a recovery position and then get out of there or get yourself in a position where you can defend yourself. Thank you. Now, to break this down, if I was to lose my balance backwards from here, I would again have to step back. As I step back from here, that's the beginning of my triangle. As I come down, my legs will start to come back up. My hands will get into a break fall. My leg position, I will call this another figure 4, on edge. I will try and keep my legs together, and since I step back with my right leg, I'm going to move back and bring both my legs over my shoulder and retain my number 4 posture with my legs. And then I'm back up again. I can move over here. I'm starting to fall back. In a ready position. You should practice this on both sides. So if you step back with your opposite leg, then you do everything in reverse. Now, the next series of basics I want to go over has to do with balance exercise. And we'll use some kick combinations to do this. The next drill exercise we're going to do is our 7 count exercise, 7 and 10 count exercise. We'll start off with 7. The 7 count exercise is a double kick that is broken down step by step, done slowly to develop better balance. When you do this, you want to use 1, your crane position, 2, your balance leg always being slightly bent for better balance, and then 3, you need to look into the direction in which your extension of your leg is going to go. This will also help your balance. All right? So from here, from a standing posture from here, you can do this from a side horse or any type of fighting posture, and you could also do it from a standing posture, which is how we're going to do it today. So from here, the first kick is going to come up to the front. You're going to bring it up, 1, 2, 3. And then start to look back. You're in a 4 position, look with your peripheral, 5, 6, and 7. So that's your 7 count exercise. And again, from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Your 10 count exercise is a triple kick, and you're going to use a forward snap kick, a side kick, and a rear kick, broken down into 10 movements. So from here, I'll do it this way first. I'm going to come in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And again, I'll do a slight angle off from here. You're coming in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember, you need to work this on both sides to develop balance on both sides of the body. All right, the next series of basics we're going to work on here are different hand strikes. Okay, and to assist me on this will be Sensei Turner. First one, karate twisting punch. Always twisting your punches at the end. This can be used, of course, to the head, to the ribs, to the kidneys, anywhere. Boom. When you're striking, you want to strike with the 2 large knuckles as you go through. So from here, right punch. Yes. Twisting punch. Okay. A chop. A chop can be used side of the neck. From here, throat. Depending on how you're coming around, from here you could come in, chop into the ribs this way, and so on. So from here, punch. Here. You have a hammer fist, striking with this part here. Coming up, right punch. Right here. Half fist coming in to the throat. From here, could be anything. Could be a right punch, could be an overhead strike. From here, if it's a right punch, bam, coming right in. Sensei, Japanese, what is this strike called?
Hire Kenzuki.
Okay, and Japanese, what is this called?
Ippon kenzuki.
Okay.
Yakazuki.
And then if you come in with a side fist,
Tete kenzuki.
very good. All right, the next thing I'd like to go over is your first introduction into the Octagon and the 8 directions of the Octagon. This can be used in many different ways. To understand this initially, this form is called a stepping form, and all we're going to do is going to be stepping into 8 different directions, okay, and then learning how to acknowledge these different directions from as an attack or as an escape or as a counter. And we'll go through this step by step from here. You always start in the center, hands, feet together, knees are always bent. What I want you to do as you go through these steps is I want you to think of kind of taking the lead visually and falling into your position, and then to get back, falling back into position. So the stepping form is also a falling form. So from here, first angle, which is straight up from here, is 1, and then 2. You're back to the center, and then 2 is directly behind you, and then you'll be coming back again. 3, angle number 3 will be directly to your left side. Look over and step, and then back to center. Number 4, directly to your right side from here, and then back. Angle 5 is up to the front corner to your left. You step out, and then from here, step back to center. Angle 6 is right behind you. From angle 5, you would step back, and then step forward. Angle 7 is over to your front corner. From here, you step, and then step back again. Angle 8, last of the angles from here, you step out, and then from here. Now, Sensei, could you assist me, please? Now, in a lot of your techniques, this is angle 1. Part of the escape in your angles is to get away from your opponent. You would never step straight into your opponent. You would always step away from your opponent. In most of your hand-to-hand techniques, you're either going to step to the corner to your left or to your right. This is angle number 5 or angle number 7. So if he throws a punch, you're over here. If he throws a punch again, bam, you're over here. And then you could go into your counters. And this will be taken to more detail as you understand all of the different angles that you have in the Octagon. So you first have to practice where these angles are. So from here, thank you, Sensei. We'll go through this again from here. Angle 1, you get each, and then back. Knee, and then back. San, Shi, Go, Rok, Sich, Hach. Very simple, very basic, but this is going to be one of your more important forms that you'll ever learn. And then from this, later, you'll go into different stance forms using the same angles, which will lead into more technical use of the angles. All right, the next thing we're going to do here is called kata 1. It's also called short 1 in a lot of the Kempo systems. Kata 1 is a very beginning basic kata utilizing block combinations. There's 4 directions of attack for change of direction. First attack is normally in front with 2 strikes coming at you, then you change direction to your side, where attacker number 2 comes in with 2 strikes, and then you change direction to number 3 from here, attacker number 3, and he comes in with 2 strikes, and then the last person coming from behind is coming at you with 2 kicks. The very basic, you change right side, left side is pretty much what you're doing. You block with your right, then block with the left, and then you go through a series of combinations. So the kata will start kibarachi or square horse posture and weapon sheath from here. Step back, inward block, turn, inward outward, upward, reversing and downward. For your standard testing, you would learn your right side. For your final, you would also have to learn your left side. The next things we're going to do here are your self-defense techniques called grab arts. And the first technique we're going to go through slowly will be called kimono grab. And I believe every Tracy Kempo practitioner will learn kimono grab first. All right, the attack in kimono grab is a frontal attack. Guys grabbing, pushing you back. You step back, trapping, form coming under to the elbows, knocking and sweeping the arms away, coming right back with a chop right into the throat. And then back. Sensei. Slowly coming back, up, chop. And then go. Striking aspect. Stay right there. The attack, again, is a frontal. This time, he's grabbing, pulling you forward. So you're going to step forward, strike, sweep, and chop. Slowly. And pass. Yes. One más. B variation, striking asp. The attack again is the frontal. Stepping forward, trapping, striking to the midsection, sweeping the arms away, coming across, and then boom, chop. Yes. And again. Crash of the eagle. The attack, back up a little bit, is coming from behind. On A, you're going to step forward, knocking the arms away from here, coming under, and then back knuckle. Now, on B, you do the same thing. Falcon's Talon. On C, you come up, or you don't come up, he's too far away, half fist to the throat. And on D, he's closer, so you, and then driving back. All right, slowly on A. Attack. Yes. And then pass. Slowly on B. On C, he's further away. Sorry, pull back. And then on D, he's a little closer. All right, our next technique is full Nelson, I believe. Sensei. Slowly, actually, let me do this in the air first. Full Nelson technique, your attacker's coming from behind. I'm stepping to the side, pulling a little off balance, sweeping my opponent off balance from here, knocking him down, elbow, hammer, fist. All right, and then stepping out. All right, do it this way. So from here, down. On B, same motion, driving back down, hit to the solar plexus, and then back up. Eagle's beak. Eagle's beak, the attack is coming from the side. You're coming up with a break, strike. All right. B, the attack is up, forearm, sweep, boom. Don't lean back on that. I'll just come down. Hey. Hey. All right, so attack, go. Bear hug free A. The attack from the rear. Step to the side. Move up a little bit so you have room to fall. Bear hug free B, the attacker is in front. So from here, step over, drive the person's head back, and then out. And again. Bear hug free C, the attacker is still in front. He lifts you off the ground. You're going to headshots here. You have cupped hands, heel of hand to the temple, or nerve striked from here. So that I can't do on my uke. All right, so the motion would be, and then back out. All right, our next technique here is crossing talon. The attack is left arm to left arm grab. Step in as you counter grab. Break to the elbow. Elbow to the temple. Elbow to the back. Yes, yes, yeah. Next technique is arm lock. Arm lock A. Step back, elbow, and then out. Yes. Okay. On B, elbow again, counter grab. Yes. On C, the next technique we're going to do is dancer, starting out with dancer A. The attacking dancer is attack from behind, rear choke. You're going to cross step from here, chop going to the groin, pivot, sword hand going to the groin, punch the ribs, and then punch them out. On B, you're going to just use a shorter combination. You're just going to start to pivot out, go into a high power rotation hook uppercut type of motion going into it, and then just pivot out of the way. Next technique is inward defense. The attack is off a right punch, block, chop, kick. All right? And again, go. Outward defense is the left punch, block, punch, and kick. And again. Our next technique is going to be headlock, A, B, and C. In headlock, the attack from the rear, left side from here, you're going to come in, hammer fists coming in from both directions. Kidney from the rear, hammer fist from the groin. Boom. And then out. All right? On B, you're going to reach over, drive the head back, and then on C variation, the attack from here, put your shoulder behind his hip, reach to the groin, rip out, and push. Rest. Next technique is grasping talon. And actually, I think we should be on this side. From here, left to right arm, break, hammer fist, bend forward, and then back knuckle. On crossing talon, or grasping talon B, change angles, punch, punch. The next technique we're going to do is bear hug pin. So in bear hug pin A, the attacker is coming from behind. You pivot your hips out of the way as you drive your left elbow right into the groin, or solar plex, and then a hammer fist to the groin. This opens up the grip. You sweep and pivot to the opposite side and do the same strike, and then get out of there. On bear hug pin B, the attacker is a front attack. From here, thumbs goes to the groin. You drive your knee up and pull your elbows out of the way so that you get a little more room to drive back, and then finish them off with a kick. On C, the attack is from behind. You're coming in, driving your heel to the knee, up, stomp, elbow, and out. The next technique is the cub. All right. The next technique is the cub. Let's see. The attack on the cub is a rear choke. Actually, we need to do this facing this direction. All right. Step to the side, elbow, hammer fist, back knuckle. All right, now on B, he's got you in a double L choke. You can't step to the side, so you're just going to pivot, elbow, and then sneak that rigid claw in there. In conclusion, I like to say that when you use this tape, don't use this tape and think that you don't need to come in for instructions. This is in addition to your regular instructions. You still need the observation of your instructors to make comments on the things that you need to work on as you go through your practice. For you beginning students, keep in mind that you should take your time, be very patient with your practice, but by all means practice. And that this is an ongoing part of your progress, is patience and practice. Enjoy the tape.